craziest product recalls of all time. From exploding smoke bombs to cars accelerating without being told to, here's a group of products that, despite being horribly flawed, made it to the masses. But before we get to a video that you can't return for any monetary value, we'd like to show our appreciation first to our subscribers, thank you all, and second to one specific commenter. Kim K seemed to enjoy our Alien Places on Earth video. Thanks for letting us know that we've done our job by you, Kim, and let us know how you like this video. Smoke bombs that actually exploded. Recently, TNT, a popular fireworks manufacturer, was left with no other choice than to recall over 36,000 units of their smoke devices throughout 4 states, when several reports stated that they exploded when lit. In a related, friendly reminder, be careful with your fireworks, kids. Number 14. Fresh Express. As they were making their way through their delicious Fresh Express 5-ounce organic market-side spring mix that they got at Walmart, 2 people in Florida came across a most unwelcome sight. A dead bat. The worst part about the whole fiasco is that the pair had eaten some of the greens before discovering the unwelcome dead mammal. Gross, but luckily both people were in good health and never experienced any signs of rabies. In response, Walmart pulled the mix from stores in the southeastern United States where it was distributed. Number 13. Wasted meat. Following the release of an undercover video showing sickly cows who couldn't walk that were being abused, California-based meat company Westland Hallmark issued the largest beef recall in the history of humankind. 143 million pounds. Cows that can't walk are prone to diseases like mad cow disease, raising questions about the safety of the meat. Officials with the Agriculture Department noted at the time that a great majority of the meat had likely already been consumed, including some that was used in school lunch programs. They also explained that there was little risk from the beef because it had passed pre-slaughter inspection and that mad cow disease is extremely rare. Number 12. Peanut Corporation. Hundreds of people across the country suddenly fell ill in late 2008 and early 2009 due to food poisoning from eating products that contained contaminated peanuts. Eventually, the culprit was found to be the Peanut Corporation of America and their processing plant in Blakely, Georgia. Peanut butter, paste, and meal produced at the facilities were found to be contaminated with salmonella. The contamination event, which also involved 9 fatalities, triggered the furthest spanning product recall in the country's history. 361 companies were asked to pull 3,913 products that contained PCA ingredients from their shelves. Products set to be in school lunches were pulled. The negative publicity turned people off of peanut butter, causing sales to plummet. This, combined with the worsening economic crisis, did a number on the peanut and farming industries as a whole. Number 11. Tylenol. In the span of a few terrifying days starting on September 29, 1982, 7 people suddenly lost their lives from taking Tylenol. The capsules, however, weren't your everyday extra-strength Tylenol. Turns out they were laced with cyanide, and that the bottles of Tylenol had been tampered with. Tylenol responded in a way that hadn't been seen on such a large scale before. At a cost of over $100 million, they recalled 31 million bottles of Tylenol, and offered replacement products of their tablet form at no charge to the customer. Number 10. Vioxx. Pharmaceutical giant Merck voluntarily recalled their worldwide stock of Vioxx, an arthritis drug, in 2004. The company seemed to ignore warning signs that Vioxx might cause heart attacks and strokes, opting instead to rush their product to market to compete with rival drug Celebrex. The decision turned out to be catastrophic and led to thousands of injuries and fatalities. Merck paid nearly $5 billion to settle a whopping 27,000 lawsuits from people affected by the drug. Number 9. Bimbo Bakeries. If you really like those Entenmann's Little Bites, you should probably just move on to the next number in the countdown. Alright, now, in late August 2016, Bimbo was forced to recall their Entenmann's brownies and muffins because they contained small pieces of plastic. Nothing like biting down on a soft, chewy little bite only to discover hard, indigestible plastic. Yummy. The company recalled products from 34 states and said that a bakery's manufacturing failure in Illinois led to the embarrassing mistake. It just proves that you never know what you're biting into unless you prepare it yourself. Number 8. Toxic waste bubblegum. You'll never guess what toxic waste bubblegum was recalled for back in 2011. In a story that seems too ironic to be true, Candy Dynamics was forced to recall their toxic waste short circuits bubblegum after finding that it contained almost twice the FDA limit of lead, a toxic material. It followed another recall of their toxic waste nuclear sludge chew bars for the same reason. Luckily, no reports of any ill effects from these various toxic candies, both literally and figuratively now, surfaced, and it was a precautionary measure more than anything. But really, the lesson here is don't eat anything that's self-described as toxic.
Number 7.
Wood-flavored ice cream. Though maybe not the first flavor of ice cream we'd choose, caramel pecan turtle flavor does sound and look pretty enticing. Unless, of course, one of the ingredients in the dessert item is wood chips. H-E-B was forced to issue a voluntary recall after realizing the remote possibility that wood pieces were in their product. Luckily, no one got sick from this one, but if anyone did munch on a piece of wood on accident, you're likely to go with another flavor next time as well.
Number 6.
Low-quality nugs. Who knows what kind of meats they mash together to make those chicken nuggets? One ingredient no one wants is plastic, but that's exactly what some people got in 2016 with certain Tyson Food products. The company recalled around 132,000 pounds of fully cooked chicken nugget products. The Food Safety Inspection Service said that Tyson inspects its chicken with a metal detector, but that it couldn't find plastic.
Number 5.
Tainted cereal. There's just nothing like a bowl of your favorite cereal in the morning, or any time of day. Imagine opening a fresh box of, say, Fruit Loops and discovering an overwhelming aroma, not of sugar and artificial fruits, but instead something stale, metallic, and soap-like. That would suck, but it's exactly what happened to a bunch of people back in 2010. Certain boxes of Kellogg's Fruit Loops, Apple Jacks, Honey Smacks, and Corn Pops had box liners with that unusual smell and taste. Kellogg said that it was from a substance in the resin used to make the plastic liners. People got sick, and the Kellogg company was forced to recall around 28 million boxes.
Number 4.
Toyota's black eye. Toyota agreed in early 2014 to pay a ridiculous $1.2 billion to avoid being prosecuted for covering up one minor detail about some of their cars. They experienced what was called unintended acceleration. A slew of accidents caused by the malfunction, some of which were fatal, finally started coming to light in late 2009. Court documents would reveal that Toyota knew of the problem months before the recall and didn't tell anyone about it, clearly choosing financial gain over the safety of their customers.
Number 3.
Hairy flour. A faulty screen at a Morrison Milling Company subsidiary caused a huge recall. It's crazy how one mistake can cause such a huge amount of waste, but big companies should always err on the side of caution. Due to the possible presence of a hair-like nylon fragment, the company recalled thousands of 5-pound whole wheat flour packages that were distributed in the southwestern United States.
Number 2.
Get out of here, kid. Kid was forced to recall almost 5 million of their disposable fire extinguishers. Unfortunately, it seems that someone on the manufacturing team forgot to check whether or not they actually worked. The company received nearly a dozen reports of the device failing to discharge, which sucks when you consider that those people all probably found out while trying to put out a fire. Apparently, the problem was a faulty valve component. You know someone got in big trouble for that mistake. Thanks to everyone out there for joining us. Be sure to subscribe and look out for our next video. And we'll see you all again soon.
Number 1.
Persil. For years, Persil was a popular brand of detergent under the Unilever umbrella. Then, in the early 90s, they unveiled Persil Power, which they touted as having new chemicals that increased cleaning performance. Unfortunately, the new formula worked a little too well. After just a few washes, clothes would lose their color and their structural integrity. Garments would rip and tear under the slightest stress. An embarrassed Unilever issued a product recall before abandoning the brand altogether, which is why most of you hadn't heard of or knew what the hell Persil was until just now.